Hey, this is Joel Oney at J Money in the heart of the Buckeye State, and I want to personally welcome you to today's episode of the Steel Kings podcast with my good friends Jared Ledford and Eric Olson, better known as the Steel Kings. Be sure to check out jmoneyllc.com for financing solutions for your buildings. And now let's get back to the Steel Kings podcast.
Yeah, we've come a long way.
What I'll tell you, dude, is I am beyond excited.
I am Jared Ledford.
It is time to get motivated about your business. It's time for some personal development. It's time to get out and shake and howdy with people. I can tell you, man, the Steel Kings are. Dude, we have been busy.
What one thing, I mean, if I could say one statement about the Shed Show is that people need direct help from on-market questions.
I'm Jared. He's Eric. We are the Get out in your communities, everybody, and do something good for somebody else. It'll make you feel better. Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Jared, and this is the Steel Kings podcast, coming at you with another episode. I'm going to tell you something. We have been super busy over the last couple of months talking to our friends at the NFBA, getting ready for the 58th annual NFBA Building Expo in Oklahoma City. It's here. Guys, it's Monday, February the 23rd, and we are getting ready for OKC. All right, we are back at you this week for the penultimate episode of our NFBA series. We are going to talk today about the expo itself. We're going to dig into the sponsors. We're going to dig into the expo floor. We're going to talk about all things Building Expo. So I know you guys are excited. I'm excited. I'm going to be at the expo February 25th through the 27th, coming up this Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. All right. So quick shout out at the top of the episode to our friends at J Money. If you are in need of financing for your building project, anything in the home improvement space, you want to reach out to the folks at J Money. They will help you out with your needs all the time. Joel and his team are great. Huge shout out to them. Big shout out to the team at Defined SEO, the team at Velocity 360, all of our friends at Idea Room and Cal. Thank you guys for being part of this journey with us, the Steel Kings podcast. So we have been on this journey now for this will be our 8th episode in the series. We have talked to our friends at the NFBA. We have talked to Burroughs. We have talked to Idea Room. We've talked to Smart Build, Mr. and Mrs. Post Frame. We talked to Randy for Building Wins Live. He actually has a new podcast called Let's Chat with Randy. Check him out, man. Randy's been great to us as well. Mr. and Mrs. Post Frame were great. If you haven't caught the content from the previous episodes, please go back and check those out. We worked really hard to get this content curated for you, specifically for this trade show. And I know that I'm getting a lot of good feedback on it, but this is really what it's all about. We have given you all sorts of cool topics. We've talked about barn dominiums. We've talked about being safe on the job site. We've talked about why picking the right supplier is the right thing to do in the post frame space. We've talked about 3D designing implementations. We've talked about lead gen. We have talked about all the reasons why you should go to the Building Expo this week with us. I'm going to be there. Idea Room will be there. Burroughs will be there. All the people that you've seen over the last 8 weeks of content, they're all going to be there under one roof for 3 days, giving you all of the inner nuances of the post frame industry, why 2026 is the year you can win in post frame. So I want to bring it in. I'm going to walk through the sales floor. I'm going to walk through the expo list, and we're just going to go through it together. That way you guys are prepared for the expo this week, right? So 58th annual NFBA Building Expo 2026. Super exciting things going on in Oklahoma City this week. So if you go to the NFBA's website, the National Frame Building Association website, you can take a look at all of these different things. They're all there for you. What I wanted to highlight specifically was the schedule. So this coming week, today is Monday, February the 23rd. This coming Wednesday, doors open at 1 p.m., okay? So if you're a builder or contractor, this event is free. So I want to highlight underneath of the tab, I believe it's under exhibitors and sponsors. Actually, yeah, right here. So if you go to the NFBA's website, and if you email me, Jared at the Steel Kings, I can send you the link. But if you go to the top underneath of the expo links, you're going to go to exhibitors and sponsors. You're going to scroll down about halfway through the page, and you're going to see here where you can download your free contractor pass. If you are a builder in this space, this card serves that you can get on the website as your free expo floor pass. Come hang out with us. This is not something you have to pay for. This is a free to attend event. So if you can get to Oklahoma City with us this week, we are excited to have you. So if you don't have a ticket, get with me. I'll be there. I can get you in. Obviously, it's a pretty easy thing to do with it being free and all. But we want you to come and check us out. We want you to come see our friends. We want to come meet and shake and howdy with you. So go check out the NFBA's website for your free contractor pass. That's number one. What I can tell you too is the schedule. Let's jump back into this. So Wednesday morning, you arrive, you get to Oklahoma City, maybe you come in early, hang out. There's lots of cool stuff to check out. But I wanted to highlight Wednesday at 1 p.m., doors are going to open for general access, okay? We're going to be there from 1 to 5 on Wednesday. We're going to be there from noon to 4:30 on Thursday, and we're going to be there from 8:30 to 12:30 on Friday. So by no means do you have to wrap up your entire day on an expo floor, but it's certainly something to come and check out. I want to highlight here, they are going to have breakfast available 7 to 8:30 on Wednesday. So if you'd like to come and check that out, there's also some really cool events going on as far as trainings go. So business management education, they're going to have sales and marketing. What I want to highlight is these events are going to be going on all day. So the expo floor itself is what we're highlighting, the 1 to 5, the 12 to 4:30, the 8:30 to 12:30. The reason why the expo floor hours are limited is because there's training sessions during the day. So you can go and check out our friends, Mr. and Mrs. Postframe. You can check out Eric Miner. All of these different things for you to check out: safety and technical knowledge, business management, sales and marketing. I'd like to highlight specifically this one here. So we talked to Emily, Mrs. Postframe, and she invited you all specifically to come check out their training. We really want to highlight that for her. I think barn dominiums, opportunity or headache, we've all been there. If you're selling post frame buildings or steel buildings, if you're in the industry, this is one you don't want to miss. And then again, the next day, you're going to have a specific talk with Olivia and Emily. This is from Back 40. These are for the plans. This is how to get to the next level, why your barn dough clients are burning out, practical processes to master the barn dominium cycle. I want to highlight that for Emily because I think that all of that information is very pertinent. Go back and check out our episode with Mrs. Postframe if you'd like to get more information on that prior to that. So this kind of outlines all of what's going on. So from 9 a.m. to 9:15, there'll be a break. The educational breakout sessions on Wednesday are going to be as follows. So from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m., you're going to have the opportunity to go choose one of these trainings to go through, right? I specifically want to call out, like I said, Mr. and Mrs. Postframe at 8 a.m. You can enjoy breakfast from 7 a.m. to 8:30. They supply that. It's level 3 in the foyer. And then from 8 to 9, you can go through one of these trainings. Then from 9 a.m. to 9:15, there's going to be a break. And then from 9:15 to 10:15, there's going to be an additional educational breakouts. Again, if you want to be in that business management, sales and marketing, or safety and technical knowledge, you can pick which area you're in. And then again, from 10:15 to 10:45, there's going to be a little bit of an extended break. And then from 10:45 to 12:45 is the keynote speech. So ballroom A, 10:45 to 12:45, the good, the bad, and the ugly, an economic update. Check that out. This is stuff that you're going to want to hear. So the chairman and CEO of Sage Policy Group will be there. He'll be talking to you about all the outlooks, the economic outlooks for this year and last, kind of going through things, right? And then from 1 to 5, of course, the expo floor is open. From 1:30 to 3, there's going to be shed building demonstrations. One thing I wanted to highlight too, on Wednesday evening from 5 to 7, a women in post frame event. So I want to go back to special events. This is all available again on the NFBA's website. But on Wednesday from 5 to 7, women in post frame, this is a meet and greet at the Petroleum Club. If you are interested in this, it's open to the public. Definitely get out, meet and greet, meet some people in the space that are similar to you. It's important to us that we build that foundational through the females and women perspective in this industry. But Women in Post Frame takes place Wednesday, February the 25th, and this is going to be connecting the women of Post Frame. So we go back to our schedule, we scroll down a little bit, and we're going to be on to Thursday. Okay. So Thursday, we are going to do a kind of the same format, right? 7 to 8:30, there's going to be breakfast available. 8 to 9, you're going to have educational breakouts. And again, they fall into one of three categories. So if you are interested in business management, sales and marketing, or safety and technical knowledge, you're going to have a choice for each one of these breakout sessions. So pick one from 8 to 9. Again, a break from 9, this time from 9 to 10, from 9 to 9:10 a.m. And then from 9:10 to 10:10, you're going to have educational breakouts. Again, business management, sales and marketing, safety and technical knowledge. 10:10 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. So a little bit shorter break on Thursday. Going into 10:20 to 11:20, again, additional opportunities for learning. So if you are enjoying what we're talking about on the podcast series, these are going to be higher level, in a small group setting. Probably, I'm just guessing, probably 50 to 100 people in each one of these breakout sessions is what I would guess. It may be a little bit bigger than that. As you guys know, this is my first time going to the NFBA Building Expo. And when I tell you I'm excited, I am super excited. All right. I can't wait to meet and greet with you guys, hang out on the expo floor, talk shop a little bit, get to know you guys on a deeper level. That way, as we continue to curate content on the Shed Geek podcast and on the Steel Kings podcast, we can get you guys really what you guys are looking for, right? To take that next step in your businesses. I want to outline, again, the expo floor on Thursday is open from noon to 4:30. Okay. And then you have expo floor activities, again, shed building demonstrations. Christians in construction reception is going to be at the Omni on Thursday from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. The Expo Social and Foundation auction at the Omni, again, will be at the Oklahoma Station Ballroom inside the Omni. One thing I wanted to highlight, too, that I missed is on Wednesday from 8 p.m. to midnight, you're going to have the Plyco reception. That's going to be at the Omni, the 5 Moon Ballroom. There is going to be stuff to do. This is going to be a full fun activity for everybody. We're going to be able to get so much time to meet and greet and just kind of, again, talk shop, right? Working together to have a better 2026 so that the industry as a whole is better off. I want to highlight here on Friday, kind of the same. You've got a continental breakfast from 8:30 to 10, and then the expo floor is going to open from, the expo floor opens at 8:30. So you're going to have breakfast kind of overlapping the last part of the expo floor. And then there's going to be some grand prize drawings and things like that. What I can tell you is I really believe that this is formatted and laid out in a way that everybody gets to enjoy something, right? Whether you're just coming to check out the expo floor, maybe see some of the vendors, maybe look for a new supplier, or maybe look for a new process. That's what you're going to find at the NFBA Building Expo. I want to highlight here, I like to go through and really take a look at this floor, try to give you guys a little bit of a sneak peek. So here's the main entrance, and we've got players from all sorts of industries. You can see right here by the door, our friends at Defined and Steel Kings. We're going to be right in the entrance, right to your right. So if you want to come see me, I'll be at the expo floor. We've got Plyco. We've got Free State Lumber. We've got the guys over at Burroughs is going to be up here towards the middle right here. So we've got Burroughs. Of course, Josh was on track right. We've got our friends at Graber up here in the left-hand corner here. NFBA themselves will be in the top left. So if you're looking for information on joining or being part of the NFBA, that's where you're going to want to go. So many people here. I mean, man, I could just go down Hickswood, trying to look at Sherwin-Williams, MWI, Rapid Framing. Our friends over at Idea Room and E-Impact are going to be over here in the corner with Smart Build. So really, if you're looking to meet some of the people who have been on the podcast, Becker's will be there. Again, Metal Forming LLC, Eastside Machine Company, Hostetler and Son, Kangaroo Manufacturing, Forge Machines, Metal Roll Forming Systems, MWI. There are so many So many companies that are going to be here. And again, so many of our friends and close business partners are going to be walking the sales floor. So many people that you've seen on the podcast and on the other podcasts leading up to this building expo. What I can tell you that I want to highlight for sure is when you lay out, you've got so much to do. 3 days, 12 hours is probably not enough to really enjoy the conference on its own merit. But I can tell you, if you want to come see us, we're going to be right inside the entrance, right to the right. Come see us at Defined. We're going to be attached to the Defined booth, our friends at Defined. So Jeff will be there. Our friends from Velocity 360 will be there. We're really looking forward to seeing and spending some time with those guys as well. But definitely want to highlight Idea Room, who has been a big part of this series. They will be here attached to Smart Build so that you can see the Idea Room Smart Build integration in real time. Right. That's what we've really been focusing on a lot here on our podcast, has been how to generate the right leads, how to work with the right suppliers, how to do things right in 2026. So if you're new to the industry, we want to invite you to come talk to us. Our friends at Burroughs, our friends at Graber, lots of different things for you to learn and interact with. So I want to kind of run down here. It's under general info. So again, the NFBA conference is February 25th through the 27th in Oklahoma City. The Oklahoma City Convention Center is 100 Mick Cornett Drive in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, zip code 73109. The official hotel is the Omni, Oklahoma City. And I do believe that those room blocks are sold out at this point. But if you get a chance, if you're still in need of somewhere, there's additional hotels. What I really like is they've curated all of this content for you. So if you happen to just be hearing my voice now, and for whatever reason you've made last minute plans, right, to get to Oklahoma City, we're hoping to get this episode out in plenty of time for you to get there. Again, you're listening to this on February the 23rd. So there's still time if you have not made the decision to get down to Oklahoma City. If you're nearby, come spend an afternoon with us. By all means, you can get a perfectly good amount of content in the amount of time that you want to spend at the trade show. You don't have to come for all 3 days. We'd love to come, and we've shown you why coming for all 3 days makes sense. But certainly at this point, if you can just get down and spend some time with us, we'd love to have you. The Courtyard, the Fairfield, the Wyndham, these are all hotels that are close enough and that the NFBA has kind of put their stamp on to say, hey, these are available as options here. There's also click to view things in Oklahoma City. What I like about this, Oklahoma City is a beautiful city. Okay. Oklahoma City refers to itself as the modern frontier, but I can tell you there's all kinds of local restaurants. There's all kinds of things to do. There's outdoor recreation. The weather is supposed to be fairly conducive to getting outside and walking around. But check out the NFBA's website, because I can tell you Oklahoma City is a beautiful city, and we are super blessed and honored to be part of something that we hope to maybe go back to in the future, right? So let me highlight back here to the expo. So I want to highlight here really quickly some of the people that have really, obviously these are top contributors. These are the conference sponsors: Sherwin-Williams, MWI, Cannonball HNP, Hickswood, Agzo Noble, Burroughs, TimberTech, VAP Construction, Permacolumn, McElroy Metal, AJ Manufacturing Incorporated, Graber, Metal Panels Incorporated, REMA, BlueScope, Barndo Loan Pros, and Plyco. And I can tell you, big thank you to Burroughs for being on the podcast with us. Josh was great. Obviously, you guys know I love and rep Graber Post Buildings. They are, I mean, obviously I've got them on my hoodie here as I'm talking to you. Graber has been really good to us. We love using Permacolumn. As somebody who just got into post frame last year, I can tell you the one thing that I've learned about this industry is wide open. Okay. Wide open arms. Everybody's welcoming. Everybody wants to be a partner. Everybody wants to work. And if you want to work and you want to get into an industry that is inviting and growing, post frames where you want to be in 2026, let me tell you. So big shout out and big thank you to all the conference sponsors who are giving us this opportunity to get together, helping out the NFBA by contributing to the cause to get this conference, the 58th annual conference, up and running. One thing I wanted to highlight here that I actually just learned as I did some information gathering for this episode of the podcast. definitely check out the NFBA website. We've talked about why membership is a good idea if you're in the post frame space. We've talked about how you can become a member. This is a great time. So if you're coming to the trade show and you're not a member yet, NFBA would love to sign you up. We'd love to get you underneath of that cover, and so that you can get learning more about the industry and getting just more in tune with what's going to work to help you grow your business in 2026 and beyond. One thing I wanted to highlight here that I hadn't realized, they've got handouts and presentations from the last 3 NFBA trade expos. So if you'd like to grab something here, if there's something that catches your eye, there's all kinds of information here free at your fingertips. Even if you're not a member, okay, come and check it out, because I would really encourage you to do that. There's a lot of good information. Again, I want to highlight these special events, right? Women in Post Frame, Wednesday, February the 25th from 5 to 7. That's going to take place at the Petroleum Club. Thursday, February 26th, Christians in Construction reception, along with the Expo Social and Foundation auction. That's going to take place Thursday from 7 to 10 at the Omni. Another thing that I really like, a lot of these things are going to take place at the same venue. So that way you don't have to travel a whole bunch. You can really make a one stop and really just enjoy your day. I want to highlight some of these auction items. It's going to be hosted by the NFBA at the Omni Hotel. Here are some of the options as far as things that have been donated that you can bid on: a bottle of wine, some Thermogard insulation, combat style roofers equipment, foot massager, an iPad, Metal Coffee Shop podcast has a package, smart scale, rifle bag, electric kettle. What I like about this, so I was checking this out this morning. This seems like a really fun event where you're not just going to have the most expensive items. A lot of these curated auctions that I've gone to in the past have been big ticket items that not everybody can really afford to bid on. These are going to be entry levels. These are going to be fun to come and enjoy. It's not going to break the bank or break your wallet, but it's going to be a fun time. Obviously, a lot of different things that you can check out. This is one of the events that I will be at personally, and I am very excited to be a part of, just to enjoy the time together, right? Getting back to that again is the Expo Social and Silent Auction that's taking place Thursday, February 26th from 7 to 10. I can tell you the journey that we've been on for the last few weeks, 8 weeks at this point with the NFBA, has been one that has been a very fun journey for me. And I can tell you the feedback that I have gotten has been positive. It has been really one of open-mindedness, because obviously the Steel Kings podcast, we started this journey out about a year ago at this point, right? This is episode 49 in our journey, and we are beyond blessed to have been part of this last year of growth, right? You guys have watched us kind of starting our process with Post Frame, kind of graduating now into being more centralized in the industry, being more recognized, but really just because we want to bring the entire industry up. And that includes our friends that build sheds, our friends that do metal buildings, our friends in the post frame industry already. We want everybody to be in one accord and in agreement that we should rally behind the technology and processes that make the industry better, so that really the end customer, for whoever you are, whether you're selling sheds, steel buildings, or post frame buildings, that way our customers are the ones who win, right? We all get to win and have a good time, but our customers, the people who are getting our buildings and getting our finished products, are the ones who win the most, because we're using the right suppliers, we're using the right technology to kind of make everything just better, right? So that's what we want. So I want to highlight a few things as we finish up. Go to the National Frame Builders Association. I'll minimize that message I have for our pole barn. Go to the National Frame Builders Association on Facebook. Check out what they've got. They're going through a series of thanking all of the different sponsors and things like that. I wanted to highlight as we finish up. So some of the speakers. Good workers don't usually quit suddenly. They disengage first. The loyalty crisis. This will take place at the NFBA Expo. We're also going to feature 2 powerful sessions, 1 speaker, big impact. This is Jevin Wooden, Bright Mind Consulting Group, 1-2 punch to the NFBA Expo. This is something where you can learn The 5 pillars of empathy, driving growth and collaboration in the frame building industry. I can tell you this is the kind of stuff that you want to hear. These are the kind of things that you don't get every day, and they're at your fingertips at the NFBA Building Expo. Eric Miner, of course, I mentioned him. He is going to do a session that focuses on building an employee-first culture. Love that. I'm probably going to sit through this one. I'm really looking forward to hearing him talk about coaching for success. AI-powered builder, how smart tech is reshaping construction and business. This is Kevin Fox from Foxworth Group. Want to understand how AI can actually help your construction business, the AI-powered builder, how smart tech is reshaping construction and business. Learn practical AI tools. I can tell you, for my contractor friends, this is not your cup of tea, right? Getting into a new world, getting into technology. Kevin will be able to break this down in a way that makes sense and talk to you in kind of a one-to-one level. So that way, when you talk about implementing AI or implementing some sort of lead gen or 3D technology or anything that is a new process, Kevin may be able to put a spin on it that kind of aligns with what we're doing. Of course, the Women in Post Frame event will take place at the Petroleum Club as well. I can tell you this. I want to give one more shout out and thank you to the team at Shed Geek for giving us the opportunity to do this over the last 8 weeks. It's always a big deal when Shannon's involved. Shannon has been very good to me and to the Steel Kings over the last year or so. I want to give him and Cord and the team at the Shed Geek podcast and the Shed Geek Network just the biggest hug and thank you for the last year of time. Again, if you're looking for financing in the home improvement space, if you do swimming pools, roofs, windows, doors, metal buildings, post frame buildings, sheds, whatever it is in home improvement, you want to talk to the guys over at J Money. Joel is a great guy. He will line you up with a financing option that will fit your needs to a T. He will work with you personally to develop a culture that is buyer first and gives you the opportunity to get customers financing on the projects that they need to get done. Our friends at Defined SEO do a lot of things with website development and marketing. They will help you get lead gen started. They work closely with Idea Room. All of the implementations that we're seeing from Idea Room, the 3D designer into Smart Build, all of these processes that we've talked about over the last few weeks. Our friends at Velocity 360, as leads come in, you need a place to house those leads. Velocity 360 gives you AI integration. They give you phone system. They give you a CRM. They give you integrations for all of your individual social media accounts. If you need a way to take your leads and take them to the next level, Velocity 360 is there. Our friends at Cal will help you with order management. If you need a solution on how to manage your inventory or how to take your business to the next level through digital inventory management and order management, our friends at Cal will be happy to help you out with that. What I can tell you is as we finish up this episode of the Steel Kings podcast, I want to again personally invite you to the NFBA Building Expo in Oklahoma City this week. Okay. If you're hearing my voice, if you're listening to this episode, February the 23rd is when it was released. It doesn't start till the 25th. So if you're hearing this and you're looking at your calendar and you're saying, oh, it's the 23rd or, oh, it's the 24th or even the 25th or 26th, you've still got time to come join us in Oklahoma City for the NFBA Building Expo. I can tell you one thing, okay? And I keep saying that, but I want to tell you so much, and we don't have enough time to tell you everything. So again, I want to give you a personal invite to come spend time with me. I'll be on the expo floor all 3 days. I will be there to shake and howdy, to meet and greet, to tell you anything you want to know that I can help you with in this industry, because I want you to win in 2026. I know the team over at Shed Geek wants you to win in 2026. I invite you to continue to listen to Shannon's podcast on Wednesdays. If you are in any sort of building environment, Shed Geek can give you some insights and pointers and share things with you as you go forward, because I know there's a lot of new listeners that have come on board over the last few weeks. I've gotten a lot of positive feedback, and for that, I want to say thank you as well. I want to give a huge, huge, huge shout out thank you to the National Frame Building Association for giving me this opportunity to present their trade show in a different way. We have been really fortunate to be invited to come to the trade show, be a part of that trade show that has a huge, long-standing tradition, 58th annual. There are not a lot of annual conferences out there that are circled around any sort of building industry. So they obviously focus on post frame, but it falls over into other categories, sheds, steel buildings. We all kind of fall into this category where everybody can get to the trade show in Oklahoma City and have the best time that they're going to have all year. So map it out. As we finish up, I want to tell you all to come back next week. We're going to have a longer discussion next week about the future, not only of this podcast, but the future of the Shed Geek Network, kind of all of the things that we're doing together in the future as we map out our own personal journeys in 2026. But I will be in Oklahoma City, as we've discussed. I will be there to say hi, to meet and greet, do whatever you need me to do. But I would tell you, definitely come back next week and check out another episode of the Steel Kings podcast, because I can tell you one thing on the way out this week: you're not going to want to miss what we have to talk about next week. Big things happening. So, else, we are going to get super excited because we're all invited to the big shindig in Oklahoma City this week, February the 25th through the 27th. You don't want to miss it. Get out to the NFBA Building Expo. I'm Jared. This is the Steel Kings podcast. Do not forget to get back out there and get into your business in 2026. You want to win. You want to keep moving. Let me tell you this, guys, as we finish up for this week, get out in your communities and do something good for somebody else. It will make you feel better. Come see me at the NFBA Building Expo in Oklahoma City, February the 25th through the 27th. Check us out next week for a special episode of the Steel Kings podcast. We're going to talk about all things future. Shed Geek, Steel Kings, you heard it here. Check us out next week on another episode of the Steel Kings podcast. I'm Jared, and for this week, I'm out. Talk to you guys later. Steel Nation, thank you for tuning in to the Steel Kings podcast. If that episode fired you up, make sure you hit subscribe, leave a review, and share this with someone who is ready to level up. We drop powerful episodes every week filled with strategies, stories, and real talk from the builders shaping the industry. Stay hungry, stay focused, and keep building stronger. Make sure to visit us at thesteelkings.com for more resources and industry tools. This is the Steel Kings podcast, where the industry talks back. See you in the next one.
Before you go, the J Money team wants to thank you for listening to today's Steel Kings podcast. Remember, money is king, and if you need a financing option on your portable wood sheds or steel buildings, we are here to help. Just check us out at jmoneyllc.com for more information, and don't forget to catch the next episode of the Steel Kings podcast, and have a great day.